Hello everyone, I'm Sharpedo43 once again bringing you all another Wi-Fi battle, another OU battle once again, but my opponent this time is actually going to be, I was about to say Mewtwo Fan Nate again. No, my opponent for this battle is going to be Blackleaf55. This is actually one of Mr.Talent's moderators on Twitch, and he's also a streamer himself, and he also does Wi-Fi battles. He's also very well known for playing VGC. I don't know if he still does. I think he still does, actually. Yeah, I think he still does play VGC. But he's very well known for doing VGC because he's done a few tournaments that are streamed in... I forgot about what stream, but there was a stream where they used to do like VGC tournaments, and he was one of them. Mr.Talent even faced him in a VGC tournament, so it's like, you know, they have that connection. That's probably why he's a mod in this server. Twitch stream and whatnot. But anyways, yeah, Blackleaf55. He's also a streamer. He does Wi-Fi battle streams as well. So I'll leave his channel in the description below if you guys are the type of people that like to battle a lot. So, yeah. So this is gonna be an OU battle. I brought this team this time around. I don't know if you people remember this team. I think I did remember using this team against Jodor actually. It's a pretty odd team. Like it's filled with so many. It feels gimmicky because there's like a couple of mons here that just have some very odd sets that I don't expect in all honesty. Particularly the Greninja and the freaking Exadrill in all honesty. And I don't even use these mons very often either, so it's kind of like, yeah, it's kind of new to me. Blackleaf's team is also pretty lenient looking because he has a Tyrantrum and a Diancie, two mons that are, you know, like RU or NU. I don't even remember, honestly. I don't even know anymore because, you know, I don't really do the lower tiers. But yeah, two lower tier mons in this team. But everything else on this team is very, very potent actually. That Mega Venusaur, this team doesn't really have much for that other than the Mega Pinsir, which he has a switch in for in Skarmory and Diancie. So it's kind of like a, I don't know. It's like one of those battles where you're just supposed to kind of like, where you feel like it's gonna be rough, but like you feel like it could go either way basically. I don't know how to say it, but anyways, I'm wasting time here. Let's just get into the battle. This is Blackleaf55. Yeah, we battled before in the past. If you people have watched my videos from since the Ultra Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire days, we have battled once in Sun and Moon, like once. But here we're facing each other once again, and we're gonna have fun. Shout outs to Shofu, by the way. I'm using his outfit if you couldn't tell. But, yeah. Anyways, so he's going to lead off with Venusaur. This is definitely the Mega in all honesty, because why wouldn't he run Mega Venusaur? It answers the entirety of my team. So here, I lead with Greninja. Reason why was because this Greninja, for some reason, has Taunt. So I just went for Taunt, just to prevent it from going for Synthesis, Leech Seed, or Sleep Powder. And he does go for Hidden Power Fire, which I think I could take it okay. Now here I made a dicey play and decided to just set up spikes as well. Cause looking at his team, it doesn't really look like he has any potential defoggers other than Skarmory. But I have things that can pressure Skarmory that can force him to not go for defog. So I just went for spikes here. And he is gonna just play it normally and just go for Giga Drain. So I was like, well, that risk may not have paid off. But here I get a free switch in the Pinsir though, which is the good news here. And because I definitely think he's not going to want to stay in on this, I just go for the Swords Dance. He is going to hard switch in the Skarmory, which was an expected switch. But here's where I make yet again another dicey play. After this Swords Dance, I'm going to stay in, risking the possible Brave Bird to come in. And I'm just going to go for Return. Because at +2, I just felt like I could not dispose this +2 here. I had to take advantage of the damage here. Because at +2, boosted by Aerolate, this Return has to deliver some damage, right? And that's exactly what it does to this physically defensive Skarmory here. It does over half with +2 return resisted. That's crazy right there. He faces me into Magearna with Whirlwind here, which is actually kind of good because I do have Thunderbolt for this Skarmory. Unfortunately, this Magearna does not outspeed Skarmory though, and this Thunderbolt is going to be still neutral on Skarmory because of the fact that he roosted and he outsped me. So, but this is a Trick Rooming Magearna, it seems actually. So I go for Thunderbolt. It's going to do over half thankfully, so it kind of negated the roost in a way. It still gets its HP back the way it should. So I figured, okay, I'm going to switch this Magearna now because it's not really looking like this is going to go anywhere basically. Because he could just roost stall here for days until I run out of PP for Thunderbolt. So here, he's going to go for the rocks. I guess he predicted me to switch out or something. And he's just going to go for, or I'm going to go into Garchomp. And I think here, I try to go for Fire Blast. Reason was because I did have Fire Blast, and I didn't well, yeah, I was thinking he probably wouldn't expect it. And Fire Fang, I know Skarmory can take it very, very well. He does go into Mega Venusaur. I do miss the Fire Blast, but it's not really that big of a deal because Fire Blast on a thick, fat Mega Venusaur is not going to really do a lot of damage in all honesty. So, yeah. Here, we're going to just go for Earthquakes. This is a Life Orb Garchomp for some random ass reason. I don't even know. But, yeah, I go for Earthquakes. I have nothing for this Venusaur as long as I can't get my Pinsir in, so I have to just cripple it with some other mons, and in this case I'm going to use it with Garchomp because Garchomp Earthquake does a lot of damage and it's boosted by Life Orb, so I'm figuring, yeah, this is probably going to do the most damage to this Venusaur. It doesn't look like he has Synthesis, thankfully, because he's not going for it. You would think he'd go for it, especially considering I'm Life Orb on this Garchomp, but thankfully this thing was never synthesizing, so, or it never had Synthesis, basically what I'm trying to say. And now I get a free switch in the Pinsir. However, I completely forgot that the rocks were up and did not like defog or anything, so or rapid spin with Excadrill. So as a result, here I'm going to take over half, and unfortunately I did not want to risk going for a Swords Dance and him going for a Hidden Power Fire, because after taking rocks damage I was definitely in range of a Hidden Power to take me out, so I just went for return. And looking at that damage really made me think that, you know what, I think I could take out this Diancie with Earthquake here. But unfortunately, this Diancie survives, and it's able to retaliate with a Diamond Storm, so I'm like, ugh. There goes my answer to Mega Venusaur, in all honesty. Unless I can keep him pressured from going for anything funny, and he can just keep switching in on spikes, I have nothing for that Venusaur now. So what I'm going to do here is go into Zygarde. The reason why I said in Zygarde right here was because I was thinking, okay, I could just set up Dragon Dance and take a Moonblast, right? But then I was thinking, you know what, I don't think that's worth it, honestly, because I think Magearna matches up against or Diancie. Well, this is not the Mega, by the way, because the Mega is obviously Venusaur, but still. Yeah, so I switched in Magearna thinking, you know what, that's not a good idea. And I'm glad I did this, because honestly, as you can see right here, he reveals to have Fairy Z on this Diancie, so I was like, oh, damn, thank goodness I freaking switched into Magearna here, because if I didn't, my freaking Zygarde would have been gone. And I need Zygarde, by the way, so I definitely am glad I did not lose it here to this Diancie. So here I just go for the Trick Room. He's gonna go for Diamond Storm. This is why I hard switched in Magearna, because I saw that this thing had Trick Room, and looking at his team, this Magearna is slower than everything on his team, so I could probably get something going with this Diancie or this Magearna right now. So I get the Trick Room off, and right here is where I'm gonna start attacking everything. I go for Flash Cannon here because this is really the only thing I can hit this Diancie with anyway. And Diancie goes down because only on a smidgen of HP. Now here, this Diancie goes down, which means I can now get the Soul Heart boost here with special attack. So I'm at +1 now, so I'm thinking, what is he going to bring in now? He does choose to bring Skarmory, and now because Trick Room is up, I am going to be able to outspeed this and just take this thing out with Thunderbolt. Or should I say outslow this thing and take it out with Thunderbolt. In all honesty, I'm glad he never went into freaking Thundurus-T here, and I'm guessing the reason why he never goes into it here is because he was probably afraid of Ice Beam from this Magearna, because Ice Beam is pretty standard on Magearnas. But this Magearna, crazily enough, does not have Ice Beam. It actually has freaking Aura Sphere, Flash Cannon, Thunderbolt, and Trick Room. So here he's going to send out the Tyrantrum, I guess. I don't know. Well, he really doesn't have much to do, honestly. Now that the Trick Room is up. I think he was just literally having to let his mons die because the Trick Room was just up. Like, I think here, this was a point in the battle where he just had nothing to do. Like, he couldn't do anything now that the Trick Room was up. I took out a good chunk of his mons, but again, if he knew that I didn't have Ice Beam on that Magearna, he would have definitely have just taken me out with Thundurus if he brought it in sooner. Because I wouldn't be at +4 like I am right now with this Magearna. He would have probably taken a hit and then hit me with a Thunderbolt or a freaking Wild Charge or whatever it has. But yeah, here the Trick Room is finally gone, and now he's gonna bring Hoopa Unbound, and he's gonna go for a Fire Punch. Now here, this was where I was super scared actually. I go into Zygarde because I was hoping that this Hoopa Unbound, because I saw Fire Punch, I was hoping it wouldn't have a freaking it wouldn't have Ice Punch. So I stayed in, hope to take a hit, go for Dragon Dance. But seeing how he switched out and not go for an attack made me think, you know what, maybe this is choiced. If this Thundurus-T is not choice, maybe I can outspeed this after a Dragon Dance and just take it out with 1,000 arrows. I was hoping anyway. But here we go. I get the Dragon Dance off. He goes into Thor, which is the 1,000 or the Thundurus-T. I go for 1,000 arrows. Unfortunately, is not able to take it out. But fortunately for me, he doesn't even go for hidden power ice like I thought he would. He actually ends up going for nasty plot. If he went for nasty plot, that means he probably did not have hidden power fire, or he just misclicked. Either way, this is good for me because now I can actually take this thing out with an ace speed, and this Thundurus-T goes down. If he doesn't have hidden power ice, it's also possible he had like maybe dart pulse on this or something, but I don't know. Either way, I took out the Thundurus, which was really good. Here, this Hoopa amount turns out to be scarfed as well, so he just goes for the Hyperspace Fury, which also means he does not have Ice Punch. And yeah, that means he basically loses. Because I'm going to just be able to take this thing out with 1,000 arrows, and if this thing survives 1,000 arrows at +1, I just E-Speed. So yeah, that's the whole game. That's going to be the whole game. As you can see, that was a really close battle. Like, I thought I was actually going to lose this because I was literally running out of options for what was left on his team, and I was still afraid of the Thundurus-T not having taken any damage throughout the battle because it was just chilling in the back until the very end. And thankfully, he never sent it in against Magearna, which never had Ice Beam for it. So, whew, that was a scary battle. Once again, I can say is good game to Blackleaf55. He is a good battler, I think, in my opinion. So if you guys want, you guys can check him out on Twitch because he does stream battles every once in a while. Not every day, but every once in a while. So yeah, good game once again, and thank you all for watching this battle. I'll catch you guys for the next battle, but for now, just take it easy.